Welcome to OSM Fencing Beginner's Foil. I'll be your coach, Orion Stone McNeil. This is going to be a 4-part introduction into beginner's foil and is perfect for anyone who is new to the sport or has done it in the past but is feeling a little rusty and wants to get reacquainted with it. Let's get started. Foil is one of 3 weapons in fencing. It is the training weapon, that is the one that we learn first before we get into the sport and start looking at either epee or saber. It is a lightweight thrusting weapon where you can only score a touch using the point of the blade. It's very reflexive, that is when you hit, the blade will bend, has a small guard and a handle. In foil, the target is limited to the torso, front and back, as well as the sides. As well as that, it is accompanied by a series of rules that govern who gets a touch. These are rules of right of way. That is, when a fencer is attacking, it is up to the referee to determine who has right of way, and by extension, who will get the point if anyone gets touched. Let's get started with our lesson. Foil is a very dynamic weapon in fencing that is dependent on a strong foundation of form and posture. What we're going to be looking at right now is called the on guard position. That is the position in which you start in and maintain while moving. What I want you to do is identify your dominant foot. So if you're right-handed, it's your right foot, and that will point straight forward. Your non-dominant foot is going to point out to the side, so you're forming a right angle. If you are left-handed, it's going to be your left foot pointing forward, your right foot pointing up to the side. In this position, make sure your heels are touching. I want you to take 2 full steps forward. So from the first foot, that's 1, and then the second, that's 2. Should be a full length of your own foot, so land where your toe was. Now, next thing I want you to do in this position is you're going to bend your knees. You're going to maintain sitting in the middle. Just sit on your hips. Your front knee should be directly above or a little past your ankle. Your back knee should be approximately above your toe. This is a very good on-guard position because it allows your legs to be essentially springs, shock absorbers. Also lowers your center of gravity, so it's harder for you to fall over. Now that's for our legs, that's for our feet. Now let's talk about the upper body. What I want you to do is make sure you're standing side face. You don't want to be that fencer who's presenting your entire chest forward like this, because that's a lot of target to protect. You'll get hit and it'll be more difficult for you to reach your opponent. So standing side face, your dominant shoulder is going to be in front, your non-dominant shoulder. Next thing, let's look at our arms. Your non-dominant arm is going to be out to the side. Don't hold it behind your back. Definitely don't hold it out in front. The reason why we don't hold it in front is if you get attacked, you're going to get hit, it's going to hurt. Also for rules, it's called covering target, so you can get penalized if you're trying to stop the blade with your non-weapon hand. We don't hold it in the back because it's going to ruin your posture. It's going to be very hard for you to extend your body if you're holding your arm behind your back. For your weapon hand, what I want you to do is, if you're right-handed, you're going to hold it up to the right side a little bit. Your elbow is going to be just a little distant from your ribs, and your forearm bent at the elbow, pointing out forward. This is a perfect on-guard position. Reason why we do this is your weapon hand wants to be extending forward. This is how you can extend to make an attack, how you can parry. Your non-weapon hand stays out to the side, and if necessary when you make an attack, you would extend both out. This flattens your target, also allows you to reach further. So this is a good on-guard position. Now let's get into our drills to make sure we get comfortable with our on-guard. For our first on-guard drill, let's start with our knees locked so our legs are straight. What I want you to do, 15 repetitions. I want you to bend, lower into the on-guard position, then rise back up, bend again, rise back up. If you're going to do this 15 times, take a 30-second break, then repeat again. So it's going to be 15 down and up, take your break, and then another 15. Our second on guard drill is going to start in the on guard position. It's going to be a squat, so you're going to go as low as you can, go all the way up so your knees are locked, then return to the on guard position, all the way down into a squat, back up so your knees are locked. I want you to repeat this 15 times, take a 30-second break, and then one more series, 15 repetitions. So again, you're going to start in your on guard position, you're going to go into a squat, rise all the way up, reset to your on guard, squat, rise all the way up, reset to your on guard, and repeat. Do this 15 times, take a 30-second break, and then another 15. Now that we've identified our posture and how to hold ourselves in an on-guard position, it's very important that we now talk about movement. In fencing, we're a linear sport. That means we move forward, we move backwards. We don't really go side to side that much, especially when we're first learning. For that reason, it's very important that you maintain that on-guard position. If your front foot is pointing forward, when you're advancing, that's the direction you're going to go. If your back foot starts to shift, if it starts to move in like that, you can start finding yourself wandering in a different direction. This helps us maintain our linear movement. The first movement we're going to be looking at is the advance, that is moving forward. Starting in your on guard position, what we're going to do is take a short step forward. Now, you can't just walk forward like you would normally if you were down on the street. What we're going to do is land on our heel with a shallow step. My heel is going to land where my toe is. Toes are still pointing up. Before I drop my foot, I'm going to recover forward with my back foot, similar distance in the step. That's when I'm going to collapse my front foot. This way I'm in contact with the floor at all times, gives you more control, more balance. So again, it's going to be the toe pointing up. Again, toe pointing up, and that's our advance. Now let's look at some drills to help cement our advance. Our first advanced drill is going to be the half step. A half step is where only one foot is moving. So a half step in the advance is just the front foot. That means the back foot's going to stay right where it is. In this drill, you're going to take that half step, toes pointing up, and then return back to on guard. Again, toe pointing up when you do the step, and return back to the on guard position. I want you to do this 15 times, take a 30-second break, then another 15. So again, half step, return back to on guard. Half step, return to on guard. Do that 15 times, 30-second break, then another 15. Our second advanced drill is going to be a full advance. That means a full step, front foot and back foot. You're going to do this 15 steps forward, stop, turn around, 15 steps back, take a 30-second break, then again, 15 steps forward, stop, turn around, 15 steps back. So again, it's going to be full steps, just like this. You're going to do 15 steps forward, stop, turn around, 15 steps back, 30-second break, and repeat again. The second movement we're going to be looking at is the retreat. Now this means stepping back. It's the same fundamental idea as the advance, but this time we're going to lead with our back foot. Same idea, but we're going to land with our toe first, so same distance. You land with your toe. Before you drop your heel, you're going to follow with your forward foot, and then you drop your heel again. This way, again, you have same amount of control, good balance, and you're in contact with the floor all the time. So again, toe first, then the heel. Excellent. Our first retreating drill is going to be similar to our first advanced drill. It's going to be 15 half steps, 30-second break, again, 15 half steps. So again, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, do it 15 times, then 30-second break, and then again 15 times. Our second retreat drill is going to be, again, similar to our second advanced drill. It's going to be 15 steps, full steps in a retreat. You get to the end, stop, turn around, 15 steps back, 30-second break, then 15 steps retreat, turn around, 15 steps retreat, and you're done. So again, full steps, that's 1, 2, 3, repeat that, continue until you get to 15, stop, turn around, and again, 1, 2, 3, until you get to 15. Perfect. Excellent. So now that we've got our on guard position, we've got our advance, and we've got our retreat, we're familiar with them, what we're going to do now is a series of drills that combine all three elements so that we're not simply just focusing on one. So make sure you are following these drills. Continue to practice them, repeat them over and over and over again until you feel comfortable with it, and then I'll see you for this second lesson. Excellent, you guys. You did really well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, just in case you're wanting a little bit more information, make sure you follow up and watch the annex to this video. There's going to be a little bit more detail, a little bit more instruction on what there is as far as movement is concerned, and then you'll be really prepared for the second lesson. Thanks again.